Come nearer to the fire, friend, and let an old man speak. There is a road I left behind that still returns in dreams. I have crossed the restless water, I have lived beneath foreign skies, but some lands never release us, no matter how far we ride. I was raised where the river Itiv carved its way through stone, where the morning mist lay sleeping on the hills that guarded home. There was smoke above our rooftop, there was peat beside the flame, and my mother stood at evening at the door and called my name. I would run across the hillside with the rain against my face, while the curlew cried above me and the wind swept through the braes. I believed those hills were endless, I believed I'd never roam, for a young heart does not measure what it means to leave a home. I was 17 in Oban when the westbound vessel sailed. Every rope was drawn and tightened, every farewell voice grew pale. My father placed his hand upon me, he said, "Stand honest, strong and true." But my mother said no speeches, she already knew what distance knew. She wrapped a sprig of purple heather in a piece of tartan worn, then she pressed it to my fingers in the grey light before dawn. As the harbor fell behind us and the mountains left my sight, I heard one lone pipe in the distance playing softly through the night. Where the heather calls my name, where the rain remembers me, where the old hills hold the stories that were carried to the sea. Though I crossed the restless water, though the years have made me grey, when the heather calls my name, my heart still knows the way. I found work in crowded cities where no mountain met the sky, where the streets knew neither silence nor the red deer's warning cry. I built a life beneath tall chimneys, I watched seasons come and go, yet each autumn brought the color of the Highland hills I know. On cold evenings by the window, when the rooftop shone with rain, I could smell the burning peat fire, I could hear that pipe again. And I'd take the faded heather from the book where it had lain. Though its purple bloom had vanished, still it carried home's old name. Where the heather calls my name, where the rain remembers me, where the old hills hold the stories that were carried to the sea. Though I crossed the restless water, though the years have made me grey, when the heather calls my name, my heart still knows the way. Letters came across the ocean, bearing news from Glen and shore. Winter storms along the hillside, births and weddings less and more. Then the writing grew less steady, then the pages came less often. Still my mother closed each letter Keep the Highland fire from dying. Keep our songs beside your flame. Should the world forget your footsteps, the hills will still remember your name. Those were all the words she left me. I have carried every line. Through the longest foreign winter, her old voice has traveled mine. Last night while the rain was falling, I heard someone at the door. Not a hand against the timber, not a footstep on the floor. It was wind across the mountains, it was water over stone. It was my mother's voice within it. My son, it is time to come home. Where the heather calls my name, where the rain remembers me, where the old hills hold the stories that were carried to the sea. I have crossed the restless water, I have worn the years away. But when the heather calls my name, my heart still knows the way. Where the heather calls my name, where the mist lies on the glen, I will follow homeward rivers, I will walk those hills again. Let the harbor bells awaken, let the north wind lead the way. For the heather calls my name now, and I sail at break of day. Keep the fire beside the doorway, leave the old road free and clear. A man may wander half a lifetime and still find his homeland here. My mother spoke of Glencoe when the winter nights were long, of a river under moonlight and the hills that held her song. Though I grew beyond the ocean, where no Highland heather grows, I learned every bend and shadow on the road back to Glencoe. She would trace the glen in silence, on the table with her hand, showing where her father's cottage once had faced the open land. She remembered rain on windows, peat smoke rising through the blue, and the little stone-walled pathway where the rowan berries grew. In a box beneath her dresses lay a brooch of silver worn, with a thistle carved upon it and its edges bent and torn. This belonged to your grandmother, she would whisper soft and low. One day take it to the mountains on the road back to Glencoe. On the road back to Glencoe, every mile remembers you. In the mist above the valley, I can hear your stories too. Though your feet could not return there, though your final years move slow, I will carry you beside me on the road back to Glencoe. When the spring came without warning, and her chair stood cold and still, I unfolded all her letters with the names of every hill. There were drawings of the river, there were songs she used to know, and a line beneath the last one, let my heart return to Glencoe. So I crossed the restless water with the brooch against my chest. At the harbor rain was falling and the western wind blew west. Every stone seemed half familiar, every stream began to show that a place can live within you long before you truly know. On the road back to Glencoe, every mile remembers you. In the mist above the valley, I can hear your stories too. Though your feet could not return there, though your final years move slow, I will carry you beside me on the road back to Glencoe. At the ruins of the cottage, I knelt down beside the wall. There was Rowan by the doorway, just as you described it all. Then the clouds broke on the mountain, and the river caught the light. For a moment in the silence, I could feel you by my side. On the road back to Glencoe, I have brought your stories home. Through the rain and through the heather, you will never walk alone. I will leave the silver thistle where the rowan branches grow, and your name will ride the north wind through the heart of old Glencoe. On the road back to Glencoe, where the hills meet heaven's blue, I arrived here as a stranger, but I leave belonging to.
Rain was resting on the bay. I stood beside the harbor wall and watched your ship pull away.
The western wind was cold behind me, all the hills grew small and blue. I held a ribbon from your hair and swore I'd come back home to you.
Seasons turned above the heather, your letters crossed the foam. Every line began with longing, every page still smelled of home.
I worked beneath a foreign skyline where no curlew called at dawn, but each night I heard your singing in the silence after song.
Between two shores, beneath one sky, the same moon finds us every night. Though oceans rise and years may run, my heart still knows where it belongs. Keep the fire, keep the door, I will find you as before. Between two shores, however far, we are held by the same old small and the harbor froze with rain. I kept your chair beside the window, though the neighbors called it vain.
Then the news came with the springtime. The passage home was finally paid. I left the streets before the sunrise with a promise that we made.
I climbed the hill above the water where we carved our names in stone. Every gull that crossed the morning made me think you had come home.
Through the mist I saw the island, dark and green against the day. Then the old bells woke the harbor, and I heard the pipers play.
Was it truly you returning?
Was it truly you who stayed?
I had carried all the waiting.
I had carried every mile.
Then come closer through the rainfall.
Let me see your face and smile.
Between two shores, beneath one sky, the same moon kept our love alive. Though oceans rose and years had run, my heart came back where it belonged. You kept the fire, kept the door. I found you waiting as before. Between two shores, no longer far, we stand beneath the same old stars. Turn.
The road is done.
Two distant hearts return as one.
Brother left from Portree Harbor on a morning cold and gray. He said the tide would turn by autumn and he'd soon be home to stay. Our father raised the old brass lantern, mother stood without a word. Then the ropes were drawn from shoreline and the harbor bell was heard. I was young and full of questions. He was brave and 23. With his coat against the north wind, he went walking toward the sea. Before he crossed the final gangway, he turned back and called to me. Keep the bell above the harbor, let it ring when you think of me. Ring, old bell, across the water, carry home the names we keep. Tell the ships beyond the darkness there are hearts that never sleep. Though the years may bend the harbor, though the salt may scar the stone, ring, old bell, across the water, call the wandering spirit home. Autumn passed without his footsteps, winter covered sky in white. Mother left the lantern burning by the window every night. Letters came from distant cities, then from islands farther west. Every page said, do not worry, I will come when seas grow rest. Then one spring the letters ended, still we watched the harbor foam. Every sail became a promise, every stranger might be home. Father climbed the tower at sunset, though his hands were weak and slow. He would pull the weathered bell rope when the western winds would blow. Ring, old bell, across the water, carry home the names we keep. Tell the ships beyond the darkness, there are hearts that never sleep. Though the years may bend the harbor, though the salt may scar the stone, ring, old bell, across the water, call the wandering spirit home. Mother sleeps beneath the rowan, father rests beside her now. Still the lantern waits at evening, still the rain falls from the brow. I no longer ask the ocean why it keeps what we have known. Some return upon the shoreline, some return through memory alone. Ring, old bell, across the water, let the old hills hear your tone. For the ones who crossed the darkness, for the ones who stayed at home. Though my hair has turned to winter, I still climb the tower stone. Ring, old bell, across the water, my brother, you are not unknown. When the last light leaves the harbor and the sea becomes the sky, I will ring once for your journey, and once more for our goodbye.
Of the old stone village, where the birch trees meet the rain, I still open every shutter when the evening fills the glen. Once the road was bright with footsteps, once the hearts were warm and loud. Children ran between the cottages, and the pipes rose through the cloud. Now the roofs are dark and broken, grass has climbed the garden wall, but I keep one lamp beside me when the mountain shadows fall. I am the last light in the glen, burning where the road bends in. For the names the years have scattered, for the doors that closed back then. Let the north wind cross the heather, let it carry this flame on. I am the last light in the glen, and I will not let it go. My brother sailed for distant harbors, my sister crossed the southern plain. Father sleeps beneath the rowan, mother's songs remain like rain. Letters came with foreign postmarks, creased by hands I did not know. Some spoke proudly of new houses, some still dreamed of coming home. Every winter I read them slowly by the fire they used to share. Then I placed them in the oak chest with a ribbon from my mother's hair. I am the last light in the glen, burning where the road bends in. For the names the years have scattered, for the doors that closed back then, let the north wind cross the heather, let it carry this flame on. I am the last light in the glen, and I will not let it go. Do not call my waiting sorrow, do not say I stayed behind. Someone must remember pathways when they fade from every mind. Someone must keep telling stories of the hands that shaped each stone, so the children of the scattered know the place that was their own. I am the last light in the glen, but I hear new wheels again. There are voices on the old road, there are footsteps in the rain. Let the north wind cross the heather, let the sleeping windows glow. I was the last light in the glen, now 100 candles show. Inside and warm your hands. You have traveled far, I know. No road forgets the ones who loved it. No true home forgets its own. I wrote your name by candlelight when winter crossed the brae. The harbour road was white with frost, the boats were held in bay. I told your father's hands grew still, that mother sang less often, and every room still kept your laugh inside the beams of oak.
I waited in a foreign town where factory bells ruled day. Each evening brought the postman's steps, then silence turned away. I read your older letters thin until the folds grew worn. I thought the sea had changed your heart, I thought our bond was gone. But the sea kept one letter beneath the storm and foam. It held the words between us that should have brought me home. Though years may close a doorway and salt may stain the stone, no tide can drown the promise that leads the blood back home. The spring repaired the harbour wall, new children filled the lane. Still every ship that crossed the firth made me look
up again. I kept your chair beside the hearth, your cup upon the shelf, and told the neighbors he'll return, the road remembers well.
At last I left the city's smoke with silver in my hair. I carried every doubt I owned and every unanswered prayer. An old man at the harbor said, your sister waits uphill. Then from a drawer he brought a page, creased, faded, sealed there still.
The storm had closed the passage, the letter never sailed.
All those years I blamed your silence.
All those years the post had failed. Did you think I had forgotten?
Never once, though winters grew.
Did you keep the fire still burning? Every night I burned it for you.
The sea kept one letter, but not the road beneath our feet. It delayed the words between us, not the day our hearts would meet. Let the waves return the sorrow, let the bell above us sound.
No tide can break a family when both are homeward bound.
Come inside, the fire is waiting. Leave the old door open wide. What the sea kept from our hands,
The Highlands kept alive. My mother sang beside the fire when winter crossed the hill. Her voice would warm the darkest room and make the rafters still. She knew the songs of field and river, of rolling stone and rain, but one old tune she never finished, though I begged to hear again. She'd reach the final turning, then her eyes would drift away. The last verse comes when you are ready, was the only thing she'd say. Sing what the old voice could not finish, carry the line beyond the flame. When one heart falls into silence, another must remember the name. Let the fiddle hold the sorrow, let the north wind bear it through. A song is never truly ended while someone sings it true. Years passed over our small cottage. The ivy climbed the stone. Her hands grew tired in late December, and I learned to tend the home. One night she placed her harp beside me and rested by the chair. She whispered, do not fear the silence, there are still songs waiting there. By morning snow had filled the doorway, the fire had fallen low. I held the harp against my shoulder, but the final words would not show. Sing what the old voice could not finish, carry the line beyond the flame. When one heart falls into silence, another must remember the name. Let the fiddle hold the sorrow, let river after rain. I heard a rhythm in the water, I heard her breathing in the glen. The curlew gave the first note, the birch leaves answered low, then the hills returned the melody my mother could not show. I came home before the sunrise with the last verse in my heart, not the ending she had hidden, but the place where I should start. I sang of hands that keep the fire, of daughters learning names, of every voice the years made quiet, still returning through the flames. Sing what the old voice could not finish, carry the line beyond the flame. When one heart falls into silence, another will remember the name. Let the fiddle lift the sorrow, let the Highland morning through. A song is never truly ended while someone sings it true. The song at evening, when the winter nights are long. She never left the final verse, she left me to carry on.
At first light we crossed the river, where the bridge had lost its stone. Behind us rolled the wagons, before us stood our home. The roofs were dark with winter, the doors had bowed with rain, but Rome still grew by the well, and the burn still knew our names. My father left this glen in silence, with a key inside his coat. He said the road may sleep for years, but it never forgets a foot. Now I carry that old iron in the palm he once held tight, and I turn it in the doorway as the hills receive the light. When the old road wakes again, let the wheels roll through the glen. Raise the shutters, mend the stone, call the scattered families home. Let the chimney smoke arise, let the children fill the night. When the old road wakes again, we will walk it home as friends. The thorns from gardens, we raised the fallen gate. We found our names still carved there, though the years had made us late. A woman brought her mother's Bible, A boy brought seeds from Skye. An old man kissed the cottage wall and did not hide his eyes. By evening fires were burning where only shadows stood. Someone tuned a weathered fiddle, someone split the winter wood. Then one pipe began above us, low and steady through the rain. From every darkened doorway, voices answered back again. When the old road wakes again, let the wheels roll through the glen. Raise the shutters, mend the stone, call the scattered families home. Let the chimney smoke arise, let the children fill the night. When the old road wakes again, we will walk it home as friends. We cannot bring back every face, we cannot turn the years, but we can speak the names they carry without shame and without fear. A home is more than timber, a clan is more than blood. It lives wherever hands return to raise what time has struck. Now the old road wakes again. Hear the footsteps in the glen. Every shutter catches flame. Every child will learn a name. Let the north wind cross the stone. Let it tell the hills we're home. Now the old road wakes again, and it will not sleep the same. Leave the gate unbarred at sunrise. Keep the fire warm and bright, for the road that once seemed empty brought us all back home tonight.
From my grandmother beside the evening flame, a family spread through distant lands who still carried one old name.
I learned the roads from my father, each river, hill and stone. He said a clan is never broken while one heart calls it home.
So I came across the water with his tartan in my hand,
and I climbed from the southern valley to stand upon this land. The clans will sing again where the heather meets the rain. Every voice the years have scattered will return with one refrain. Raise the fire, sound the fiddle, let the old hills answer when the sons and daughters gather, and the clans will sing again.
I saw the empty cottages, the windows pale with years. I heard the names in every doorway, soft as memory in my ears.
I brought the songs my mother guarded, written on a faded page. You brought the key your father carried through the winter of his age.
We cannot mend each broken season,
we cannot call the dead to rise,
but we can speak their names together and keep their stories in our lives.
the clans will sing again where the heather meets the rain. Every voice the years have scattered will return with one refrain. Raise the fire, sound the fiddle, let the old hills answer when the sons and daughters gather, and the clans will sing again.
Can you hear them in the river?
Can you feel them in the stone?
Every road that led us outward
has become a road back home.
then stand beside me through the weather.
Let no name be lost to time.
What was carried through the silence will return in every line.
The clans will sing again, hear the voices through the glen. From the islands to the cities, let the scattered answer them. Raise the fire, sound the fiddle, let the children learn it then. No clan is lost forever, while its people sing again. The clans will sing again, not for war and not for pride, but for every hand that kept a song and every heart that kept it alive. Let the north wind bear the chorus, let it cross the sea and then bring every wandering voice home, and the clans will sing again.
Keep the song,
Keep the flame.
we remember every name. I followed every road they told me, every river drawn by hand. I carried songs across the water from a foreign land. I brought the letters of my mother and the name she would not lose. Now the morning lights the mountains in their silver green and blue.
I have watched these hills through winter, I have heard the old bells fade, I have seen the doors stand empty and the garden walls decay. But tonight the fires are rising where the silent cottages lie. There are voices on the old road underneath the Scottish sky.
We are home beneath the Scottish sky, the rain and heather land. Every mile that took us southward left a road to guide us back. Keep the songs beside the fire, keep the old names burning bright. We are home beneath
the Scottish sky, and the hills remember us tonight.
There are children by the river, learning words their elders knew. There are hands repairing rooftops, there are flowers breaking through. Every story once unfinished finds another voice to sing. Every heart that crossed the ocean brings a memory back in spring.
For the ones who never returned here, we will speak their names aloud.
For the ones who kept the lantern, we will stand with heads unbowed. Not in anger, not for battle, not to mourn the years gone by, but to thank the ones who carried Scotland underneath foreign skies. We are home beneath the Scottish sky, where the rain and heather lie. Every mile that took us southward left a road to guide us back. Keep the songs beside the fire, keep the old names burning bright. We are home beneath the Scottish sky, and the hills remember us tonight. What is home without a story?
What is stone without a name?
What is memory without someone
Who will guard the living flame?
then take my hand beside the river?
Let the north wind carry through.
What our mothers kept in silence, we will sing for those who follow too. We are home beneath the Scottish sky, hear the old Glen come alive. Every door is standing open, every fire has survived. Let the fiddle wake the valley, let the Highland pipes reply. We are home beneath the Scottish sky, and no true song will ever die. Beneath the Scottish sky, alone and not apart. For the land may hold our footsteps, but the Highlands hold the heart. Leave a light beside the window,
Leave the old road open wide.
wherever Highland songs are carried, Scotland walks thereby.